Rory Smith, that's a significant moment for Russia, not in this game, necessarily, but for the country's hopes of qualifying from the group stage and continuing its World Cup into the latter stages. A weird thing to say 20 minutes into the first game, but hear me out. Alan Zagovis, along with Alexander Golovin, one of possibly only two genuinely creative players Russia has. He's always struggled with injury, but this is terrible timing for him, of course, and for his country. Losing him to what looked an awful lot like a popped hamstring may not affect the result today all that much, but he would have been important for Russia against Egypt and Uruguay too. There's now at a risk he won't be available for either. 2-0, Saudis struggling for control. The Saudis finally got a run of possession together, but it was by their defenders deep in their own territory, while Russia sat back, understandably, with a 1-0 lead. Think a comeback is in the offing? Saudi Arabia is 41 to win this match right now. Russia keeps pressing almost 2 for Russia. Saudi keeper Al Mayouf made a desperate lunge and fisted a ball away. "2-0 looks a lot more likely than 1-1 right now. 12, gold. Russia scores first World Cup goal. Russia is ahead. Saudi players scampered back in some disarray again. The ball pinged around the box, Roman Zobnin crossed right into the danger zone and Yuri Gazinski hammered it home with his head. So easy for Russia. Andrew does. In the rare moments when the Saudis have had the ball, they've shown they are pretty sharp with that one-touch passing in small spaces that comes from years of rondos, that soccer training game, where a circle of players try to play keep away from a couple of opponents in the middle. But rondos are an effort to keep the ball inside the circle. They never really go anywhere. And neither are the Saudis. 7, Russia plays aggressor. Zagov and Zobnin have been getting a lot of space down the wings for Russia. So far they have not been able to get it into the box effectively, but Russia is definitely on the front foot so far. Newsletter sign up. Continue reading the main story. Please verify you're not a robot by clicking the box. Invalid email address. Please re-enter. You must select a newsletter to subscribe to. Sign up. You will receive emails containing news content updates and promotions from the New York Times. You may opt out at any time. You agree to receive occasional updates and special offers for the New York Times products and services. Thank you for subscribing. An error has occurred. Please try again later. View all New York Times newsletters. Rory Smith, hopefully, that goal settles Russia down and the early signs are that there's now a bit of confidence about the host, but the pace of the start stays high. Advertisement. Continue reading the main story. 3, Saudi Arabia in trouble early. The first corner of the game went to Russia, and Saudi Arabia's defensive anchor Osama Hisawi was forced to clear it off the line. A dangerous situation for Saudi Arabia right away. Saudi Arabia in green, Russia in red were underway in Moscow. Saudi Arabia kicks off wearing green, while Russia is in red. Vladimir Putin opens the World Cup. Vladimir Putin gave a speech in Russian welcoming the crowd and opening up the World Cup. There is always a surge of excitement around the world for the first game of the Cup, although that is tempered a bit this year because the match happens to be between the 67th and 70th ranked teams. As usual, the new World Cup brings a new FIFA ball. This year's is white with grey pixelated hexagons. Opening ceremony, Robbie Williams takes the stage. The crowd in Moscow was treated to an opening ceremony featuring English pop star Robbie Williams, Russian soprano Aida Garifulina, and the usual array of gaudily dressed extras forming letters and patterns on the field. They cruised through some of Williams' greatest hits, including Let Me Entertain You and Angels. Ronaldo, the former Brazilian star, was also on hand but did not get an opportunity to sing. Sign up for World Cup Messenger. You'll receive live updates from Times journalists on the ground in Russia. Sign up via push alert. Here is the Russia lineup: 1 Akinfeev, 2 Fernandes, 3 Kudapov, 4 Ignashevich, 8 Kaczynski, 9 Zagov, 10 Smolov, 11 Zognin, 17 Golovin, 18 Zhirkov, 19 Samedov. A lot of people were expecting Russia's midfield twins, Alexei and Anton Moranchuk, to be a key part of the team. But they aren't in the announced starting lineup. Russia has the luxury of a fairly deep midfield, by far its best area. As for the Saudi team strength, it's not clear. There is one. Here is the Saudi Arabia lineup: 1 Abdullah, 3 Osama, 5 Omar, 6 Alburik, 7 Salman, 8 Yahya, 10 Al Salawi, 13 Yasser, 14 Atif, 17 Taisir, 18 Salem.